Reverend. Are you taking?
Where's my plan?
I'm on video.
Okay, it'll be short and sweet.
Oh, good.
All right. Well, before Mom passed away, it was clear that her wish was that Dad would find another mate, and she even joked about it. Even.
But that's what happened already. I miss your mother.
She joked about it all the time. She even searched for someone for Dad, but Dad really didn't like hearing that. Even though when the final end came and it wasn't unsuspected, it was devastating for Dad. And as he sat there and we were all in the room together, I put my hands on his shoulders and I said, everything's going to be all right. And he slumped and he said, I don't think so. And it kind of broke my heart, but I knew he was strong. Although I worried about him, I knew he was strong and that he would persevere. Well, as it turns out, being on three simultaneous softball teams and the Olympics, I always call it the Olympics when I talk about my friends because I don't want to say senior. I always just say Olympics and everybody goes, oh, and he's 73? Yeah. And he's still going. So I knew he'd be strong and he'd persevere. That in combination with goodwill, which was a job, but it's a job he didn't really need, and I would say it was more like a charity more than anything else for Dad to do it. But he had that job. As I flew out of Alaska, I was thinking that, well, he had found his niche and he was going to be all right. And I didn't think he would allow himself to open up to the opportunity to explore a new love. I really didn't think that it was capable. We all wanted it, but I didn't think he was capable. Well, that goodwill job changed to a miracle job. And Pam entered his life. Warm, considerate, understanding, and patient. And I know you have to have a lot of patience. And a good heart with a huge dose of humor. Mom couldn't be happier. The two of you already know some of the great blessings marriage has to offer. It is an opportunity to feel the joy of taking care of someone who takes care of you, to be challenged towards growth yet gently nurtured, to love deeply and receive it in return. It is about trust, friendship, and having a partner to share all life has to offer. It is a commitment to participate in the process of continued mutual evolution, understanding, and forgiveness. It is indeed a sacred union to be treated with reverence. Marriage is not a place to hide from the world. It is a safe place to grow and become wiser. And I don't care how old you guys are, there's always room for learning and growing wiser. You are. Marriage is a place to evolve into better people so that you can go out in the world and make a difference by spreading the joy and wisdom that you have found with each other. Together in this marriage, you shall contribute more fully, for both of you shall be more full. That being said, face each other and hold hands.
I'll get her if somebody over there gets him.
Okay. We're kind of into this one now.
And you'll know when I nod, okay? Do you, Pam, take this man, my father, as your husband, to love him and to honor him, to nurture, serve, and support him in times of joy and in times of difficulty? Do you promise to remain by his side regardless of what trouble befalls you? And in the presence of temptation to forsake his love, do you promise to remain steadfast and true? Do you promise with all your heart and soul to honor this vow to death do you part? If so, answer now, I do.
I do.
Do you, Father, take this woman, Pam, as your wife, to love her and to honor her, to nurture, serve, and to support her in times of joy and in times of difficulty? Do you promise to remain by her side regardless of what trouble befalls you? and in the presence of temptation to forsake this love, do you promise to remain steadfast and true? Do you promise with all your heart and soul to honor this vow to death do you part? If so, answer now, I do.
I do.
This is the part where you'd place the ring on her finger, but he's a little bit too afraid of dropping it. So he's going to hold on to it until we go into the restaurant.
Oh man, look where it's going. Only a mile.
Blake can go get it. Blake and Anthony. Oh yeah. Anthony's going to walk in the snow.
By the power given to me by the great state of Alaska, I
Wait a
now
minute.
pronounce you man and wife.
Hey, hey.
Oh, and what power do I have? Father, you may now kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, Blake, Angie, and Debbie, and my absent brother, Rob, it is my privilege to present for the first time Mr. and Mrs. Wallace H. Swanson, Jr.
Get in there, White.
Good job, Wally. Welcome. How are you?
Awesome.
And that's it. Let's go to the restaurant. Let's go get a ring on.